And we're just here to kind of announce or let you know that there has been a threat against the Natrona County High School campus. The date specific was the 31st of October 2012. We've been working collaboratively with the Casper PD to make sure that Natrona County High School is the safest school in Wyoming on Halloween. And so we've had great cooperation with the chief and all of his staff, Principal Kelly at the school. And we are, as you know, holding school on a regular school day on the 31st. We feel like the preparations we've made have guaranteed as much as we can any day the safety of our staff and of our kids. And we are, however, always give parents the opportunity to make a decision like that on their own. If it's your child, you can make the call as to whether or not you want your child to attend school that day. That makes sense to me. We wouldn't be having school on the 31st if we thought that there was a threat we couldn't manage. However, we always do leave the right of making that decision through normal processes to the parent. And so that's my initial statement. I'll have Chris Walsh, Chief Walsh, tell you a little bit more about his perspective.
Thank you. The Casper Police Department's been working with the school district personnel, and our number one priority for all of us is the safety of all the students in the school that day and every day. And in particular, with the threats that we've received, we'll have certainly a heightened presence and a heightened awareness going on at the school. And as Dr. Dvorak said, I think it'll probably be the safest school in the state during that day. Because of the nature of the threats and the ongoing investigation into the situation, specific details of that threat and the progress of the investigation right now won't be released. But in general, when we've got an investigation going on, that information isn't given out just because it'll sometimes make prosecution difficult. In this case, when we've got a threat like this, people need to know what's happening, at least in general terms. And we are investigating this as a terroristic threat, and that is a felony that can carry a penalty of up to 3 years in prison. So we don't take this lightly, and if anybody would have any information that might help us out on that, we'd appreciate a call on it. But I can assure you that everything's being done between the police department and the school district to make sure that it's just an uneventful day.
I'll turn this over to Principal Kelly. A few comments?
As Dr. Dvorak and Chief Walsh said, we've put the safety of our students and staff as the highest priority each and every day. When these kinds of threats come to us, we take them very seriously. And as stated earlier, this is still under investigation. Most of our information comes from the students who walk our halls every day, and we really need, you know, if they know anything, if students know anything, if they're talking to you, really have them contact somebody at the school, an adult that they trust, and let us know what they've heard, what they know, so that we can move forward with this investigation and make sure that we don't have these things happen again and create these situations that may seem unsafe or unsecure.
All right, I guess we're prepared to take any questions that you may have. So, shoot.
How was the word of the threat received? Was it through what type of communication, phone, letter, anything like that?
The threat was received and provided to us in a written form. And like I said, since it's still under investigation, the exact details of that we won't go any further on it, but it was written.
Are there any suspects?
That's still part of the investigative process.
What's your reaction been from parents? I mean, have they contacted the police department, the school district? I mean, what's their concern and their questions?
You know, we've set up a phone tree here to handle calls through our communication team, and so parents have been calling this morning after the release went out. We did our automatic phone calls, so we contacted all those parents by phone, either by their cell or their home phone, So they were aware of it, and then we did the press release for you folks. And after that, there were calls that came in. Not a tremendous number of calls. Most of them were really curious about the questions you asked. And what kind of threat was it? Can you tell us anything more? Is it safe to bring my child to school? You know, if you were me, would you let your kid come to school? Questions like that. But I would imagine that I would say maybe dozens of calls, but certainly no more than that. I don't know if Dean had at school, if you had anything.
We've also fielded many calls, same kinds of questions, you know, should I send my kid to school or not send my kid to school? And I really echo what's been said earlier, that Natrona County High School is going to be one of the safest high schools in the state on Halloween Day. And from a parent perspective, I can say that Dad and son will both be in school that day.
You may note that the high school will be the safest school in the state on that day. I'm curious, will students notice enhanced security measures either tomorrow or Wednesday?
I think in general, citywide, you'll notice a better presence around the schools throughout the week.
You said in the press release, if parents want to leave their kids home, use the same process they use on any other school day. What does that mean? The day process of telling the school the kid's not showing up? Or
Dean can talk to that. He deals with attendance all the time.
Yes, if a parent feels it's in their best interest to keep their student home that day, they just need to contact the attendance office and ask for them to be excused.
Now, when exactly was the threat made? I don't know if you said that earlier. Was there earlier last week, or is that something that you can say exactly, or over the weekend?
The threat was made earlier, and I won't get any more specific into it than that, but
Okay.
we've had it for a while.
Okay. Around this time of year, I mean, is this something that's happened before in Natrona County, that we've received a threat like this around the Halloween time, or that you know of?
No, it's not common, and we want to keep it that way, and that's why we would like to move forward with prosecution if we were able to identify the person that did it. And we may receive 1 or 2 a year at most, but like I said, the frequency is not high.
I would just add to that the cooperation that we've had with the Casper PD and obviously the Natrona County High School have just been top-notch. And we really do want to reiterate that we have every belief that NCHS will be very safe on Halloween. Maybe a little pushback because Dean isn't going to allow them to have any costumes that day. Or so I threw that on you, Dean.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So if you have any questions about costuming at NCHS, Dean Kelly is your person. All right. No, that again is another precaution, just to make sure that everyone stays safe there. So we just want parents to know that we don't lack Halloween spirit, but we, in the interest of safety, we certainly want to make sure that we give everyone the best opportunity to be safe on Halloween. So we really appreciate you all coming, and if you have any further questions, we'd be more than happy to stick around and answer them. Thank you.
will any other schools be affected by this? If parents don't want to send their kids to any other school, is that same rule in effect, or is it just to Natrona County High School?
Well, parents always have the right to determine if they want their child to. They have mandatory attendance laws and all those type of things for school, but certainly the parent always has the right. This threat was very specific to Natrona County High School, so we don't feel there's any evidence this will be anything other than a normal Halloween for the rest of our schools. Anything else? We sure appreciate you all coming, sharing the message. Appreciate it very much.